I've been a coalition director for 25 years. Um, Very rare in this business to have that happen. Got involved with CADPA very early on when coalitions became a concept. Got involved with them probably 23 years ago. So as we evolved, we knew that the youth was the way we wanted to go because we was trying the whole entire community, and we still do that. But we knew we needed to have an advanced focus on youth. So I attended a few NYLI trainings, and then we actually were able to bring the NYLI to Scott County as we were building our youth coalition. And that was an amazing thing that gave our coalition the jump start that it needed. Since NYLI, the youth coalition has grown exponentially. We have a youth director. We're in each of the two high schools. We are pretty much considered a part of their staff. We have 4 hours, 2 days a week at one high school and 4 hours, 2 days a week at another high school, and there's only two. So we're going in and teaching drug and alcohol prevention, education, identification. We're teaching ACEs, we're teaching life skills, different things like that. We have a very active youth coalition, about 80 members strong, that is voted on and ran by a youth board that we treat them with Robert's rules and everything, and we run it just like we do our big coalition. We give them the structure and the framework to be able to do that. As they always say, youth-led adult guidance. Let them make the decisions, let them decide what they want. They have to do the research, different things like that. Come up with projects, come up with, we call ours the Youth Service Learning Initiative. They do a project each quarter that they come up with. And that can vary from food drives, clothing drives, educational events, town halls, different things like that. We're big on breaking stigma for recovery and addiction, and we do that with youth and mental health and mental health access. Our youth are big on advocating for mental health access in a rural community because there's nil to none here. We have one therapist for every 4,225 people. Those slots are taken up by the judicial system. So, we're working on different things like that. And one important thing, and because they identified these gaps in service, we have a partnership with the University of Tennessee through College of Social Work that provides us 5 interns a semester virtually that can take 5 youth participants and give them mental health services at no cost. So that's a wonderful, wonderful thing that has evolved over time. One good thing about coming about this is after we got that mental health thing going with UT, their grant was only for women, ages 10 to 17 or something like that. That's the only people they could take. Well, the guy has started coming in and saying, hey, we need this too. So UT is going to start taking males also. That's how important mental health is to the children. I took them to the meetings, I took them to different things like that and said, hey, we need this. And then they told it in their own words, and they're begging for it. A lot of the kids that come through the coalition are, of course, victims of adverse childhood experiences. After we educate them and let them know, hey, this doesn't have to define you, then they ask for help. Well, then we got to have a place to put them. So that's one of the big things. And then we give positive influence, positive actions to them through the coalition and through the work that we do. And there's a lot of innovative things we got going on. One of our youth seen that there was a need for coats and some clothes. Some people were coming to school not dressed very well. So they ended up starting their own coat closet at the school. Youth-led, youth-ran. So they're very picky about what they'll take and put in the closet. And then after school, somebody needs something, they'll privately take them in there and let them get the clothing that they need. That was a youth coalition member that came up with that concept and did that. Then, if they can become a part of the coalition, we can address any ATOD issues that they have. that it's a backdoor way into getting them into the education system and into the activities of the coalition. We handle all their service hours. They have to have so many a year to graduate and then so many at the end to graduate. Well, the school puts it up on, lets us be the lead on that. They can still do it at church or something like that if they want to, but we take the lead on that. And then most of the time they become coalition members. Some of them volunteer and partner at the women's shelter. Through our coalition, they'll volunteer there and help them. We let them go with their passion, kind of what they're looking for. And again, we kind of send volunteers to each of these nonprofits. And that builds our rapport with the nonprofits too. We're not against one another. We're partners, true partners in it. Not long ago, the homeless shelter is an old abandoned, it was a school that was given to the nonprofit to build to fix the homeless shelter. Well, one of the kids went up there one day, one of our youth, and was donating some food for the food drive. Okay. They were looking outside and seeing how paint was peeling, it was just disheveled. The landscaping was horrible, all of that stuff. So two of those youth said, we need to do something about that. So they went around, got paint donated, got brushes donated, got mulch donated, and they went in and painted the face of that building and landscaped it so people who came in would feel better about themselves, or knowing they're going into a safe place. That was all the youth. The main thing I've learned through my youth director, the main thing we've learned through this process is we have to listen to our youth. Okay, we don't have to talk to them; we talk with them. Okay, we have to meet them where they're at, and the main thing is being consistent, being present, and being visible. Okay, that's what gives us more staying power with the youth. We were always there when we said we were going to be. We were consistent in our messaging, and and we listened to what they had to say, and we made that as important as talking to a congressman or a senator. Okay, each individual child was given the platform and given the attention that I would give to General Price or to anybody. Okay, and that's the way we built it. It's been a long process, and it's been slow, but it's solid, and it's starting to trickle down. We're seeing people come back and wanting to work with us. We're seeing youth come in from the 8th grade wanting to be a part of it. But being a community coalition, we're changing stigma. We have been inundated with generational poverty mindset here. That's usually what happens in a rural community. So we're trying to change that poverty mindset and get them involved and active. We emphasize education a lot. We emphasize, for lack of a better term, clean living, being substance free. Of course, I have to give homage and respect and praise to CADCA, because they're the ones that trained me through this so I could train people to be able to to change their community. The concepts through SPIF and different things like that really are evidence-based, and I can see why they are, because they just work. And then having the NYLI be able to come and train in the community where the kids live was one of the most important things that's ever happened to this coalition. And they've been a great partner for us through this duration of this coalition work that I've been doing.